Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Network Africa, coming to you live from our studios here in Lagos, Nigeria. Now we are checking in on South Sudan's neighbor, Sudan. The Rwandan government recently refused observing an arrest warrant issued on the country's president, Omar al-Bashir. Our President al-Bashir is now attending the African Union summit in Rwanda, alongside leaders from over 50 African states. The Rwandan Foreign Ministry acknowledged it received the request by the International Criminal Court to arrest the Sudanese president, but that coming 2 days before the AU summit is considered a distraction. Earlier in the week, the Hague-based court reported Djibouti and Uganda to the United Nations Security Council for failing to arrest President al-Bashir when he traveled to these countries. South Africa has also had a similar run-in with the ICC, with courts in the country ruling that President Jacob Zuma breached international obligations by ignoring the ICC request when President al-Bashir attended the AU summit there last year. In Kenya, a suspected recruiter for the Somali militant group Al-Shabaab has shot dead 4 Kenyan policemen at the station where he was being held after he snatched a weapon from a guard. Police Inspector General Joseph Boyne said he was now holding their prisoners hostage, and police had surrounded the Kapenguria police station west of the country. Al-Shabaab has launched a series of attacks against Kenya in recent years, including using local recruits. The group says the attacks are aimed at driving Kenyan forces out of Somalia, where they are part of an African Union force fighting Al-Shabaab. Investigations are ongoing to find out the cause of a fire that broke out at a Key Hope orphanage in the early hours of the morning in the South African city of Durban. Officials say the fire was worse in the boys' section of the orphanage. 8 children died in the fire. The youngest of them is 8 years old. Let's get the latest on this terrible, terrible incident. I'm now being joined by CEO of Gentle Media, Lucas Malloy, will join us later on the program. But let's take a break. When we come back, we'll take you through some of our other stories. 2 of the world's richest men are partnering for a good cause in Nigeria. Do stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. Special representative of the UN Secretary General, Mohammed Ibn Chambers, is calling the international community to work collectively to improve conflict prevention efforts. Mr. Ibn Chambers was speaking to delegates at the UN Security Council, where he said conflict prevention efforts need to be strengthened with democratic governance and address root causes as an essential task.
Sahel, as we speak, 4.5 million people are displaced, and 6 million people are in need of emergency food assistance. Millions cannot farm their lands, and millions of children do not receive the education they need for a better future. We also need to think harder how we can collectively improve international conflict prevention efforts before crises escalate beyond control. We owe it to the people of West Africa and Sahel, who have shown such remarkable resilience to persisting, multifaceted challenges.
Now, the CEO and chairman of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Bill Gates, the chairman of the Dangote Foundation, and the Yobe state government have met to appraise the progress made in the fight against polio and 8 other child killer diseases in Yobe state, northeast Nigeria. The three group had signed a memorandum of understanding in January to strengthen routine immunization in the state following the era of threatened security there.
In the months leading up to Nigeria's zero-case status in polio, 8 groups had complained about difficulties in penetrating the northeast with intervention owing to insurgency. This video conference, taking place between Mr. Bill Gates and Al-Shabaab Dangote in the United States of America and the Yobe state government in Damaturu, the state capital, is set up to appraise how effective they have been in immunization against 9 killer diseases. Given the scorecard, the governor, Alhaji Ibrahim Gaidam, restates his commitment to full immunization cover in all local government areas of the state.
2 of our local governments were not accessible at that time. Now that the security situation has improved, significant number of our women, newborn, and children under the age of 5 years will be served with life-saving vaccines, and communities under the umbrella of the Memorandum of Understanding.
Through the video feed, Mr. Bill Gates commends the state government on the progress made, while the chairman of the Dangote Foundation, Alhaji Dangote, pledges to partner with the government to rebuild health facilities.
I really think both the governor and deputy governor should be congratulated for their dedication to this effort. It's absolutely correct that getting the administrative data to be correct is a very hard thing. And so the fact you reported the DHIS data as the data you're sure of shows a commitment to correct reporting.
One of the things that I would like to suggest, Your Excellency, is that the health facilities in the 2 liberated local governments, I would like, Dangote Foundation with the state government to partner in, establishing those health facilities that have actually been destroyed.
In view of the amount of resources being poured into the cause of immunizing children against polio, tuberculosis, hepatitis B, and the other child killer diseases, all parties involved are praying for continued peace in the Northeast.
Let's take you to one of our stories that we have been following about the fire that broke out at an orphanage killing children, the youngest of them 8. We have the latest with Lucas Molloy, the CEO of Jungle Media. He joins us now on Network Africa from Johannesburg. Thank you so much for making our time to speak to us. What a horrible incident right there. Tell us, give us the latest about this fire at the orphanage and what really caused it. Lucas, I believe that you're there. Give us the latest on the fire that broke out at the orphanage killing children and what caused it.
Good day to your viewers also. Look, there isn't very much information that has been shared so far publicly. What we do know, though, is that there has been 8 people that lost their lives in the fire. And these were children ranging from the age of 8 up until 21. At the moment, the cause of the fire is not yet clear on what has caused the fire. So
right.
The investigations are still happening with regards to what went around.
All right, Lucas, just hold the thought right now. Let's quickly go on a break. When we come back, we'll continue from where you stopped. Dozens die in Cameroon prison. We have details on that and, of course, updates on the fire that broke out at the orphanage in Durban. Do stay with us.